PlayStation has been having a bit of a problem lately. Look at these games. Does anything stand out? Did they look a little bit crappy? Did they look like AI? Did they look like junk games? Well, apparently the PlayStation Store has been getting flooded, absolutely flooded, with a bunch of crappy AI games that probably take like an hour to make, and basically trying to swindle people out of their money. Let's talk about it, and let's see what people have to say, and let's see what Sony are doing about it. I'm Blaze. Okay, hit the like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you love gaming news, PlayStation tech, handheld gaming, Steam Deck, you name it, PlayStation Portal, PSP2, all that good stuff on the channel, and come join me every day around lunchtime for streams. Let's get into it, let's talk about it. But before we get into the video, guys, check all the links down below in the video description for the best tech you could find, hands down. We've got all the best tech of the year, all the best PS5 Pro accessories and PS5 accessories, all the best Steam Deck accessories if that's your thing, and the best coffee ever made by mankind with nootropic mushrooms that just improves your health. And talking of health, if you want to invest in your sleep and your health overall, the best smart ring that tracks your sleep and tracks basically a bunch of body metrics for you, the Ultra Human Ring Air. Use my links down below to save money right now. Click them, click them, click them. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. So to give you a little bit of context, here's a Reddit post from 3 months ago. Why is the PS Store filled with fake AI games? How the hell is Sony allowing this? I thought I was going crazy at first, but there's so many fake games on here. Apparently, the quality of the PlayStation Store has been going downhill. Usually, PlayStation has to approve these sorts of games, but lately with AI becoming more trendy, with games getting easier and easier to make, there's a lot of companies out there trying to hustle and just shove absolute shovelware in everyone's face to kids that maybe got PlayStation game gift cards for Christmas. You know, older people, you know, a lot of people, a lot of kids especially, you know, are not in tune with what games are fake, you know, what games are crappy, what games are junk. I mean, for a lot of us who've grown up, who are in our 20s and 30s, you know, we've been around the internet for a while. We know when we look at something, if we're looking at something like, obviously, this Doctor Simulator, never heard of it before, Airjet, Sky Dominators, Aquatic Expedition, these sorts of junky games, you know, I could sniff them out from a mile away, right? I know these games aren't going to be good. They're like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. You know, for a kid that's maybe getting a PS5 for Christmas, they're going to load up their PS5, go to the store and see stuff like this. That's added to a lot of people's wish lists, right? And they're like, oh, Doctor Simulator, that's cool. Airjet, oh, that looks really cool. You know, Mom and Dad and Grandpa gave me like $100 in PlayStation gift cards so I could buy games this Christmas, you know, buy good games. And that looks super cool. I'm going to buy that and spend my credits on that. And these companies that make these are absolutely ripping people off. They're pushing out these junk games that are crappy, buggy, junk, shovelware essentially, and kids are wasting their money on it, and parents are wasting their money on it, and people that maybe aren't in the know are thinking these are good games because of the graphics are getting disappointed, and it's sad, it's wrong, and Sony are finally going to react to it, and they're finally reacting to it. Now we'll check into some comments in a second, but let's read this article from Push Square. So rumor, Sony's clamping down on PS Store shovelware with new regulations. Spam coming off the menu. So for a while now, PlayStation Store has been awash with dozens of cheap reskinned games produced solely to make a quick buck by offering easy trophies in exchange for pennies. These titles have become a bit of a problem on the platform storefront. They drown out more meaningful new software by popping up on a weekly basis. In some cases now, according to one report, it seems Sony might be finally putting its foot down. Hallelujah. It breaks my heart actually to think, because I have kids myself, and the thought of my kids, you know, getting a PlayStation gift card, being excited about their new console, and maybe, you know, spending money on games, and having them have that disappointment when they maybe spend their Christmas gift money or gift card on a crappy reskinned junk game like this, it hurts. It breaks my heart. When they could be spending money on something that they will enjoy and that, you know, that'll just be 10 times better, right? Like the original game. Ah, it sucks. So gaming site DEX.exe claims an anonymous source has sent it proof of policy changes from Sony that will stamp out or at least reduce the appearance of games like the Jumping Quesadilla Turbo, Caravan Journey, and Stroke the Tortoise. Let's check out these games. Oh my god. Is there any screenshots of it? No. One player, offline play enabled. Caravan Journey. Oh my god. Ratings 47%, 1 star. So apparently, here's the thing. Apparently people are making fake PlayStation accounts. £1.20. Wow. £2.49. Stroke the Tortoise. What the heck is this, dude? People are making really crappy games and getting swindled. How the hell has that gotten 97? So people are apparently making a bunch of fake PlayStation accounts, buying this, and basically gaming the system by, you know, adding fake ratings to it to basically boost it up, show that it's on a lot of people's wish lists, and make kids and swindle people out of their money and buying games like this. It baffles me that Sony allows this, right? Surely there needs to be a human that looks at these game submissions and says, okay, look at the graphics on this. This doesn't pass for a proper game, right? We're not going to sell this on their storefront, but it keeps happening. Game Achievements Limited, Colosfico SRO. I'm just looking at some of the company names. The Games. Absolute junkware. So according to the report, which includes a screenshot of a letter sent out to developers, Sony will be implementing a number of extra steps to deter or eliminate the release of spam and copy-paste software. Games falling under Sony's definitions of this practice could be subject to various actions, such as restricted discoverability, only able to be found via direct link, delisted from the PS Store, content refused publication, or developer account suspension or termination. And I think this, I mean, I get it. A lot of people are trying to hustle, trying to make money, but this needs to be cracked down on. I think, you know, the best way to prevent this is to basically advertise this, that your account will be suspended or terminated if you have the gall to release an absolute crappy game on PlayStation with the sole purpose of basically trying to swindle people out of their money, especially around Christmas time, right? There are more measures, but these are pretty much the crux of it. The letter is, if the letter is legitimate and it looks at studios are making these games, may not get very far in the future. The platform holder did make efforts to prevent these games from encroaching on certain feeds and allow more deserving titles to be put in the spotlight. However, with this brand of shovelware still releasing nearly every day, it appears Sony may be taking a firmer stance. We've asked for PlayStation for comment on this, bearing in mind it isn't official just yet, but what do you think of this? Would you like to see Sony use a heavier hand on PlayStation Store's spam problem? Please let us know in the comments, and please let me know in the comments in the section down below on this video what you think about this. Now, look, I understand indie developers want to, you know, work hard on their games, right? They might not have the resources of a big studio, right? They're not Naughty Dog, they're not Rockstar Games, they're not, you know, Activision Blizzard. Not every indie developer has the budget to do nice graphics, nice things. I mean, just look at Flappy Bird, the game that went viral on handheld, a little Flappy Bird that goes, you know, has to, you basically smush the button or mash the button on your controller and try and keep it from hitting any of the walls and stuff like that. Little games like that can have a big impact on the gaming industry. New gameplay mechanics, that's how new gameplay mechanics can be found, right? New ways to enjoy games, new game mechanics that can be addictive and fun that can be implemented into other games. That's how the industry has moved forward in the past, right? Little indie developers and games, you know, that break new ground, and a lot of other games, you know, use the sort of things they discover from indie games in bigger, more AAA releases. And I think that's a good thing ultimately. But obviously there's a line, you know, where do we draw that line? How do we know if a game like that doesn't have any graphics, doesn't have any screenshots, with a very weird looking name, how do we know that's not like a potential hit viral new game? And how do we know if it's shovelware junk that somebody's just whipped up in like an hour and published on the PlayStation Store just to make a quick buck? How do we know? So we can't be too heavy-handed. We need to debate this. We need to talk about this, and I think your comments in the comment section will be valuable, because if this video does get views, please like it if you can. Hopefully someone at Sony will see it and read your opinions, because this has happened in the past, even on my channel. Sometimes our videos have influenced decisions higher up, and it's kind of a cool thing. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, how we could maybe, you know, find that line in the sand and, you know, potential solutions to this problem. I think it would be good, and I think Sony would appreciate hearing from you guys. So let's read over on the Reddit here, because this obviously was brought up 3 months ago. It's becoming a problem. The fact that it's been a problem for this long is pretty crazy. But yeah, I thought I was going crazy at first. There's so many fake games on here. Yeah, generative AI is going to lead to an absolute flood of low-effort, garbage, trophy-baked games. It stumps only allows them, but if we compare, what would be worse? AI games that at least have some gameplay behind them, or a jumping kebab, burgers, fries, tofu, and etc. It's even worse on Nintendo Switch, because the games there are often mobile first, lots of garbage. I hate to browse through this crap. Sad when you consider Nintendo pulled us out of the video game crash in the 80s by recognizing one of the issues. Atari was faced one of the issues Atari faced, and it was given too much freedom to third parties. The market was flooded with crap games, and it was bringing the whole industry down. They instituted limits and the seal of quality to give consumers confidence in the quality of the console as a whole. Maybe PlayStation needs to do that. Add like some sort of seal, like PlayStation seal of approval. You know, if you want to get that seal and have your game maybe promoted and promote more over their store, maybe have it submit it and have it follow certain guidelines and stuff like that to get that Nintendo seal of quality. I think Valve has something similar on Steam for PC gaming, and I think, you know, certain requirements that have to be met before it gets that seal of approval. Maybe we need that. So it's just like getting verified on X, right? You know, you need to prove that you are who you say you are in this game, check certain thingy boxes, and that it's not a junk game, and get that seal. And when you get that seal, it basically elevates your game a little bit higher in the rankings and on search results and all that good stuff, right? And ultimately it'll help consumers sort out the crap and digital distribution, and also means Shovelware isn't competing for physical shelf space at the store. So there we go. I'm sick of browsing the store and having to sift through piles of shovelware. I stopped browsing too. It's not worth it, but it's all good, because if I don't have the urge to look at the store, well, that's better for my wallet too. Where do you find your game? This opens up a whole interesting question here. Where do you find your games that you want to buy? Do you find out about them on social media? Do you find out about them on YouTube, on Reddit, friends, family? Where do you find out about games? Let me know in the comment section right now, because it's kind of interesting. Do you find your games by browsing the store on PlayStation itself? Like, do you put up your PlayStation 5 and go, I want a new game. Let me check the store and see if there's anything, and then find about a bunch of games that maybe you didn't know about before, and then just buy it there and then? Let me know how you find yours, because I've sometimes went on the PlayStation Store or Steam and just browsed through maybe like the top ranking games, the top selling games, stuff like that, to see what's out there if I'm lazy, if I'm on the console anyway. But typically, if I want to find out about a new game, it's usually in the media that I follow. I follow a lot of people on X, on Twitter, you know, check a bunch of typical game websites like Push Square and stuff like that to see what's, you know, what's popular at the time, Metacritic, Reddit. I typically do a lot of research before I buy a game. I don't just browse the store and just pick games randomly that I like the look of. But yeah, let me know what you think. So yeah, hopefully this is good. Hopefully we can figure out, you know, ways that Sony can improve the quality of games on their platform. Obviously, better quality games is more important to me than just more games in general. There's already too many games as it is, and I've already got a big enough backlog as it is. So I think if we could whittle down and just improve the visibility of higher quality games, that'd be a good thing for everyone. Anyways, I'm Blaze2K. I love you. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. Hopefully you and your family are staying safe and warm and comfy and cozy, and you're getting some gaming in during the holiday season. We've got literally 6 days till Christmas Day. I'm going to be getting a little bit depressed. Usually I get depressed around Christmas. On Christmas Day, I have the hype of it being Christmas Day, and then it sort of dies down, and in the afternoon I'm like, Christmas is over, and then I get depressed, and then on the day after Christmas, Boxing Day, I get even a little bit more depressed, and I'm like, oh, at least we have New Year's to look forward to, and then New Year's hits. And then you're on January 1st, like, oh my god, I'm at the start of the year. All the best holidays are behind me. Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, New Year. I've got to wait another year to get there again. And we have to deal with all the life problems that, you know, a new year gives us. Taxes, drama, politics, all that crap. And just basically start from square one again. I don't like it. I wish September, October, November, December could just last double the amount of time, right? I wish Christmas could be celebrated way into like March or something. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Peace out. I love you. Stay safe. Have a great day. Bye.
Let's go.